John, let's see if this works. You are live on Truth Wanted. Can you hear us?
Yeah,
nope.
I can hear you, Dan.
Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, man, it's still not working, but we got you. What's going on, John?
Before we start, I want to ask your partner, Chris Mallett, something. Mr. Mallett, how are you?
I am wonderful so far, but I'll get over it. Thank you for asking. How are
Chris
you?
Mallett,
There's a delay, brother.
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I ask, are you an actor? Are you an actor? You look familiar.
I am an actor. Yeah, you can find me on IMDb under the name Chris Black. I do theater. I was going to have an audition for Shakespeare next weekend, but I've decided to shelf that so I can focus on other things. But yeah, I'm an actor. SAG-AFTRA actor. You can find me in movies like The Curse and the Covenant, in such features as The Curse and the Covenant and what was that, Troy McClure? Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
Yeah. There you go. Get the self-promo.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you for knowing that. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've done a couple of things.
Were you on the TV show Revenge?
No, I was not. And oftentimes I get people say I look like actors, other actors. President Snow, I get that a lot from President Snow from the Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, I could see that. All right, yeah, I like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it could be that.
Well, John, we got the movie trivia and the TV show trivia out of the way. What did you want to tell me? Because you said you had an announcement for me.
Oh, okay. What I'm about to say is, oh my God, I can't. This is harder than I thought it would be. This is a very big step for me, but I really feel that I am an atheist now.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal, my friend. How does you're nervous about that? You don't like talking about that, at least, or maybe you're not comfortable with that yet. You're still kind of thinking about that. Is this like a new? I guess this is a new feeling for you, right?
Yes, it's.
Amazing.
You have to understand. This is what I was raised with. This is what I believed all my life, and it was like, well, it was my religion, and it was my entire. It was a part of my identity. And for me to say this is very, very, very difficult.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, and I can tell you why, because I was also a Christian, John, and before I was talking about this stuff publicly, it was hard to say that out loud to myself. It was hard to say that out loud to my friends and family, let alone saying it on an internet live stream to a bunch of people, right? So I totally get that. And that's why I totally want to meet you where you're at. And I don't know, I'm really happy for you that you get to be honest with yourself in the space. What's it like now? What's it like? What's the difference?
Well, the difference is, on one hand, I feel freer because I feel like there are no more restrictions, and I don't have. Well, to some extent, on one hand, I have no fear of hell, but on the other hand, I still have a fear of hell. But I also feel like I'm doing a betrayal.
Betraying who?
My friends, my family, everyone who's ever believed in me.
Yeah, I can see that. Chris, what do you think?
One of the things is I can understand the notion that you might feel free of some restrictions. There's a common trope that some theists tend to throw at atheists, is that we just want to be atheists because we just want to sin. That's not true. So I do like to point out that you indeed are free. You're free. There's no longer an invisible creature looking over you, judging you all the time. That fear now is gone. We do live in a society, though, and you still have to follow the rules of a society. The restrictions of the theist and the faith you believed in are gone, but there are still restrictions. But I only want to mention that because there are a lot of times we as atheists from Christians get the accusation that we just want to break the rules. We don't want to follow the rules, or how can we even follow the rules or know what the rules are, what's right and wrong without religion? Well, you know what's right and wrong.
Mhm.
And I could be wrong, but whenever you were saying it, it sure sounds like there's a little bit of relief in your voice. You
Yeah.
sound a little bit relieved.
Right.
It's also
Delay.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's very brave of you, I have to say.
Yeah.
So what
John,
do I
we're
hear then?
yeah. So we're having a little bit of a extra delay, way more than we normally do, and that's probably related to some of the tech issues that we're having. So I'm just going to say something, and I want you to kind of respond whenever you hear me, done talking here. Right. The first week of me saying I'm an atheist out loud, I've told this story before. I had a dream where there was a bomb that was going to go off, and I had to accept that God was real. Otherwise, I was going to go to hell. And I had this dream several times in that same week. And some people might have interpreted that as a sign that, hey, I need to repent. I would take this as a sign that I had so much anxiety over this decision, and I agonized this for so long that I really felt a pressure there that was not only affecting me consciously, but even subconsciously. And in my opinion, John, it sounds like that you're going through something that's pretty similar, because your belief wasn't just you. You've said this, right? It was your community. It was your upbringing. It was everyone, mostly everyone that you've known and loved, probably also felt similarly or along similar lines. So I can totally see how that feels like betrayal. And you probably are seeing all the psychological barriers that are in place for you to keep you in, right? And have been keeping you in for a long time. And it's why opportunities like this, where you get to say out loud, hey, I'm an atheist and I don't believe in this more, it's why it's so rare, because there are so many barriers that prevent people from leaving this. And if I could convince the atheist community of one thing, it's to understand that. It's to understand how much more this thing is besides just accepting whether something is true or not. There's a lot of barriers that get in the way of that. But that's my thoughts on that, John. What do you think?
Oh, well, I'm going to have a lot of thinking to do.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this.
For a long time, I believed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. For a long time, I've been trying to hold on to it, but after arguing with you guys, I realized that I couldn't. Well, I guess I have to say it. I couldn't beat you guys because everything you said made sense.
I was just thinking that if I could
do it anymore.
I'm sorry. I was thinking that I was actually making a note about that just a second ago, John, in that now that you've changed, I mean, you met these people because you were coming in and debating, and I want to say arguing and debating and challenging these people. And like you just said, they kept beating you. But you know, what's actually happened is now, if you embrace it, you'll be on the other side. Before, you were defending an indefensible position. As you can see how illogical a lot of the faith is and how hard it is to defend, all the, the things that these atheists have been talking about. Now you're on the other side.
That's a great
whenever
point.
you start to debate people, you're going to be on you're going to have more confidence going into debates because you're going to be using science and facts and reason. And I feel like you're going to have a better chance. You clearly have the dedication.
Oh, Chris, what a great point, because it is easier to be on our side of things.
It really
we don't have to do the sort of mental gymnastics that kind of comes with apologetics, right? I'm not saying that every issue is easy. There's some stuff that it's difficult to talk about, but like a lot of it is, if I'm being honest. So, John, like that anxiety that you're experiencing, I can't promise you that that's going to go away soon, but I can say that it did go away for me, and there's a lot of people that it goes away for. So it does get better, my friend. It really does. So I'm just happy for you. I really am, because this has been a long time coming, John. You realize how long you've been calling this show? I don't even remember how long. It's been literally years now. And here you are. I'm starting to become a believer that this is a real story for you. I know I was skeptical too, but maybe this is where it's at. I don't know. I'm just happy for you, John. That's all.
Congratulations. Amazing.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I will leave you to your show. And okay. Well, I just want to say good night, good luck, and may everything work out for you.
Thanks, John. You too. We'll see you later. That's, you know what? This is one of the first times I get off the phone with John, and I'm actually looking forward to hearing from him again.
Yeah.
Really.
I was eager when I heard it was John from Canada, and I'd watched last week's show. I was like, oh man, I'm ready to hear what this guy has to say. I'm glad he called back. I'm glad they got everything fixed. I
won't say that there's other call-in shows. I know of at least one, because John has called into several shows, and I know of at least one that said that they didn't want to talk to John anymore because they thought that John had some kind of mental illness or John was just not well with himself, right? And I can see that perspective. You can't really make judgment calls. You can't make diagnoses just by talking to people on the phone, right? And I can also see why a guy like John, because John, okay, he's nice now. He's kind of a mean guy sometimes. Was not always nice when he talked to people. So there is an element of that too. But I don't know, man. This is kind of crazy.
Well, we all get passionate, you know, and it is crazy. But now, with any luck, he's going to bring. Now, I feel there's going to be a moment of decompression where he's just going to need to kind of chill. But based on this limited amount I know about him and his tenacity, I have a feeling he's could end up being quite the voice for atheism. You know, out there debating, calling, you know, arguing the other side now.
I also don't think, you know, because most of us don't have to be activists. Right. You know, I think there's a freedom in just living your life the way that you want to live it. Right. There is a pressure to speaking publicly. So I don't want to push John into anything he doesn't want to do.
Right.
You know,
well, no, I just meant like now how he met you and the tenacity and the way he was engaging against the other people.
Yeah.
You guys. Now he's on the flip side of that, and he can look forward to being active. And is he going to now call Christian shows and start trying to
have his angry atheist phase? Is that what's going to happen? Oh man, I don't know. I just want John to be happy. That's all. Because
there you go.
Like seriously, I keep saying it, but like I've worried about this guy, and he seems like he's figuring it out, and that's awesome. It's what we do. It's what I do. It's what I want to see happen. And it's very rare that we always get to hear that on the air, right? We always hear about, sometimes we'll hear stories about, we talk to people and then they think about it and they come back, you know, I mean, but this is something really special. I got to say, maybe, are we at the show that cracked John from Canada? Maybe so. Maybe we did it, but
helped.
I'm going to
show the light to John to Canada.
You're absolutely right. I was immediately going to correct myself because it's not us, right? John is the one that did the work and figured that out for himself. So all the credit goes to John. I'm glad we could help, right? But that is what it is. So man, that's just a crazy thing.